Ahoy mateys, and welcome to the start of a brand new series here on the channel. This, my friends, is Seafarer, the ship sim. We're going to be firing up a brand new maritime career, going to be piloting tugboats and cargo ships and police cutters and everything in between, and I'm honestly really excited for this. So thank you to all my first mates for hopping on board with me. This is going to be a good one. Thank you so much to Astragon for the early access. The game officially comes out on October 7th, I believe. I'll link the Steam page down below. But yeah, we got some early access here. Going to be able to get some videos up early for you guys, and I'm very excited to see what this game has to offer. So we are going to hop into a career mode here. Nothing like that sea salt in your face. Fresh air. Astragon Entertainment presents. Dude, we're gonna be driving one of those things, I think. Big open world with multiple ports. The giant, cargo containers and stuff. The backbone of industry over here. Just shipping and receiving, baby. I don't know what it is about big machinery for me. I just get so excited about stuff like this. Seafarer, the ship sim. Seagull is absolutely fly. Oh, it's gonna put us out of, oh, there's, okay, a little orca. Doing his thing. Gonna throw us in this tugboat. Which is also equally cool, honestly. These short little squatty things that can just pull anything they want.
This way.
Alright, where is Teddy?
There's the legend. Come over here.
What's up, Teddy? How you doing? You can interact with different objects or characters?
It's been so long. I'm glad you came by. I could really use your help.
What do you need?
There's so much to do on this ship. I can't handle it all by myself.
Sure thing.
But can you still do all this stuff? Come on, I've got a little test for you. First things first. If you're ever unsure what to do, just check the task list. There's always something that needs doing. You won't run out of work. Seems like you've already figured it out. All right, let's start with a short cruise. Head to the bridge and make yourself comfortable.
Absolutely, looking forward to it. Thank you, Teddy. So we are gonna take a little cruise into town, I would imagine. Let's take a look at our rig here, though. Look at this beautiful girl, dude. These things are so insane. You can hear it. Just chugging along. Kind of want to check out like the crew quarters and stuff. Are we gonna be able to go down there? We can't go down there. Let's try. I can see like a little crew cabin in here. Looks like we've got a little mess. Can we go in any of these doors, or does it? I think it just wants us to go straight up to the bridge up here. So we're gonna be able to open this thing up, and we're gonna be able to take control at the helm here.
Feels great to be back at the helm again, right? On your left, you can raise the anchor, and off we go.
Look at this thing, dude. This is absolutely amazing. Welcome to Eleanor, and it's officially our time to give this thing a little rip. Maybe this is going to be great. Okay, so let's lift anchor, he said, which is going to be over here. Go ahead and pull that anchor. Looks like we're free.
Up, it's full speed ahead. You do remember that tugboats have 360-degree rotatable propellers, right? No reverse gear here.
Absolutely. Okay, so L is going to increase and decrease the ship's thrust. Use it to rotate the thruster pods as well. You rotate at 360 degrees while rudders operate at a limited angle. Keep in mind each ship controls them differently. X to stop your engine, Y to reset your pods. Monitor your speed, engine, rudder settings, fuel level gauge, hull integrity, etc. Okay.
Awesome. Let's take this beauty for a spin.
So you can see down the bottom right, when we move L to the left or to the right, we're moving both of the thruster pods at the same time, but I think we can move them separately as well. So if we wanted to do a quick turn or whatever, and then we hit Y and they should both go back to normal. That's beautiful. Is there anything else? We've got a little map here that we could take a look at. We've got our radar, see if there's anything up in front of us. Keep an eye on the lands. And all right, so if we go forward, that's going to increase thrust a little bit. And we are just going to get going, baby. Here we go. Look at those big things under the water there. Just churning that up. Eleanor is off to the races, and we are just going to be following the markers to get into the harbor here. We just got to be careful. We've got to realize that everything happens slow, but ahead of time. You know what I mean? You got to think about what you're doing before you actually end up doing it. Like I'm already straightening out the thrusters there, and we're even a little bit late. This is a big, heavy machine, so let's give it a little bit of left.
Oh, wow. Look at this mess. A powerful storm swept through here last week. It tore up docks, boats, everything.
Oh, boy.
Wood as far as the eye can see.
Well, that's not ideal, but yeah, you kind of got to act. Boats are interesting. You got to watch for the currents, you got to watch for the wind, but you also have to act before the thing is happening. The inputs you're putting in now are going to make a difference.
Let's check out all the debris.
Later on down the line. So like here, we're going to put these thruster pods a little bit to the left, and then we're going to cut it back to normal, and we should kind of slowly even out towards that thing there. I'll be honest, I've never had dual engines like this. I drive my boat a lot. It's just a wakeboard boat with like a single prop, which wakeboard boats are interesting because they all kind of pull to the right, so that brings up its own challenges. But these, it's going to be kind of fun to learn because I feel like you have a lot more control if you know what you're doing.
And cleanup still hasn't finished. Better go slow and keep your distance. I don't want anything getting stuck in my propellers.
Alright, no worries. We're going to keep it nice and slow. You want me to go through this middle here? What's your plan? Dude, this is so sick. Go back outside. So we got a lot of clearance. Oh yeah, he's putting us. I hear a seal? Heard something growling. He's putting us through the
A bunch of seals have already made themselves at home here. That one up front kind of looks like you.
Are you serious right now? He's putting us right through the middle of this. How y'all doing? What y'all doing? We gotta even this thing back out here, Trev, otherwise we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. So let's go ahead and straighten those out. We might have gone a little bit too far. We're good. Nice and slow. We're just gonna be able to cruise right through here. These guys do not sound very happy, that's for sure. They're all grumbling and moaning. We got a sunk catamaran over here. Absolutely majestic, dude. All right, let's give it a little bit of right.
Slow down. Watch out for that catamaran ahead.
We're gonna be fine. Not worried about it at all. Big storm came through. I wonder if we're gonna have to do any like recovery missions or anything. Technically, we could pull that thing out with this, right? That looks somewhat salvageable. Water looks amazing, dude. See the holes under the water and everything. All right, let's give it a little bit of a right turn here. We are going slower, which means our turns and things are not gonna be quite as precise. Go ahead and straighten that out. We can give her a little bit of bean.
Good.
And I think we're going to be good to go straight out of here. Beautiful. Well executed. Right through the middle. I love that we can just like hop up and do whatever we want. I'm going to go out here, get a little bit of wind in my face.
I hope the seals don't get too used to their artificial sandbar. Hope you find a better sunbed, my furry friends.
Looks like we're going to have to be taking a right up here. Excuse me, sir. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Man. That weather's not looking good.
Oh no. Oh no.
You better head back to port before it gets worse.
Yep. I'll do my best, but you're kind of in the way, dude. I don't know if there's a sprint button. There's a HUD off button, but there's no sprint button. We're going to have to go back up top here. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We're going to miss it. We're going to miss it. We're going to miss it. Chill. Let's go 90 degrees starboard. Turn as hard as we possibly can. We're going to miss this checkpoint. Thank you for being in the way there, buddy. Really appreciate that. Should be able to nav this, and then we can switch it back 90 degrees to the left. We should be able to point ourselves back in that direction. Go ahead and straighten this out. Let's give it a lot more beans. And look at that. We were pretty much perfect. She is cooking now, dude. Look at those smokestacks there, just absolutely churning, rolling coal. It is crazy the amount of power that these things, I don't even know what the horsepower rating on them is. I'll have to look it up. We could probably check right now. They pull ships 100 to 1,000 times their size. A normal tugboat can be anywhere from, 600 to 3,000 horsepower.
You know what hasn't changed? The fish sandwiches, of course.
Some can be up to
best.
20,000. Where do you want me to go? Oh boy.
I see you're trailing us with the tugboat. Can you push us up to the dock real quick? They forgot about us, and otherwise we'd have to wait 2 hours.
These guys over here?
No problem, Captain. We got your back.
No, this guy over here? Why do these guys look like they're in trouble too? I don't know.
But I'm not complaining. Hansen's a good one.
What's going on over here? Do we have any sort of binoculars or anything we can use? What other stuff can we interact with? Dude, I really wish... I need to look into it. I started to a little bit, but I want like a full simulator setup where I can have like a throttle lever and a steering wheel. I guess we have a steering wheel, but I couldn't find like a boat throttle lever. If we could have like a dual boat throttle lever to be able to control everything rather than using a stick like we are, that would be pretty nice. These guys definitely have some sort of an issue going on, but it looks like that might be a Coast Guard boat. Make out what's going on there. Looks like they might be okay. Let's go ahead and shut...
The Tide Guard is back on patrol. They're monitoring the traffic. Keep a low profile. With this visibility, we should probably turn on the lights, just to be safe.
Alright, we've got all of our lights on, beautiful. Probably don't want to be speeding or anything. Definitely don't want to be getting in trouble out here. Who are we pushing back? Are we pushing this big cargo ship, or what's our plan? Old Eleanor, baby, just chugging along. Doesn't matter if it's sunny, rainy, anything else, she's gonna get it done, baby. She's gonna get there. She's gonna get you there more accurately. All right, we should probably think about reducing our speed a little bit, because I'm not exactly sure where it's gonna have us go here. Oh, the motion of the ocean here, the swaying back and forth.
First, you've got to line up properly or it won't work. But be careful.
So I'm just simply gonna be pushing this thing back to the dock. I just love how ridiculously archaic this is. Like these big, giant, expensive ships. Yep, we're just gonna go push it. There's no better way to do it. She can't really move on her own. She doesn't have the ability to be able to do that, so we're just gonna push her. So you're gonna come in nice and slow here. Definitely don't want to go too fast. Gonna try to hit it right in that spot. Beautiful. About half speed. I don't know how fast it wants us to be going. I would imagine maybe a little bit slower. We're gonna be a little off here.
Now give it all you've got.
Give it all we've got? Don't we like want to? I would think we would want to ease our way up to it. Let's get to touching it, and then we can give it full blast. Straight on the pods. Beautiful.
Damn, I totally forgot about the test. You know what? There's no way you would have failed anyway. Head back to the dock and let's grab some fish sandwiches to celebrate.
Gonna back this thing off of here. I don't know where our dock is gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be back over here to the right, and we are just gonna head that way, baby. Let's get after it. Beautiful
That
work.
Container ship's a real beauty, huh? Maybe one day you'll get to tow it. Or better yet, steer it.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty cool to drive something that big. I've never even attempted anything like that. So we're gonna go back around the point here. Gonna watch out, make sure there's no other traffic coming in, and that's a job well done. By the way, we do have binoculars. I just figured this out so we could take a look. Can we zoom in? We're identifying boats. We can see what we've got going on there. That's kind of cool. See stuff along the shoreline. See that big ship that we just helped out over there. Beautiful. And we have an absolutely gorgeous day ahead of us here. So we're gonna go in. Didn't he say we're gonna go get some sandwiches or something? I don't even know. We're gonna start making our way in here, and it looks like that's where we're gonna dock. How y'all doing? Good to see ya. Looks like we got a lot of dock workers down there. Appreciate you guys keeping this thing going around. I get a lot of the glory out here pushing container ships around and stuff, but we couldn't do this without y'all. The manpower of the operation. I just love that this is absolute full speed ahead, and we're not going to be able to get there. I'm assuming it probably wants us coming in and then pointed back out to sea just for an easier exit, so we're going to swing her wide.
There's our dock up ahead. Don't mess this up at the last moment. I'm starving.
I'll do my best, brother. Don't you worry. Now, I know there are ways... Like here, I would probably be throwing it in reverse a bit. There you go. That was actually really nice. That's exactly what I do with my boat. And then you kind of like corner it up. Looks like we weren't 100% perfect there, but we can. If you pull up on a corner and then you start reversing, the back end just kind of swings around a little bit, but we can back this up. And then I would assume we would probably want the right thrust pod. No, we want that up. And then we want the left thrust pod going backwards. And if we give it a little bit of power there, we should see that front end come in. Beautiful. Honestly, didn't even hit the thing there. That's got to be close enough, right? A little bit more. Perfect. Okay, that was actually pretty nice for our first ever
All right,
knock
good
job.
Why don't you come down here to the railing with me?
Whatever you want, big dog.
That was fun. But before we take a break, I want to show you the awesome stuff your tablet can do. Pull it out and I'll walk you through it.
Okay. Press down to open up the tablet, find new jobs, manage your fleet, and edit your profile. So we've got jobs in Meddington. I guess that's the port. So at every port, you have the opportunity to take on jobs for the various factions. Check the journal on your tablet, see which tasks are available, what the requirements are, and what rewards are offered for completing them. Only one job can be active at a time. Follow the instruction in your task list to complete your assignments. To cancel a job early, use the journal on your tablet. Available jobs depend on various criteria such as the region, port, or profile level. They rotate after a certain period, so be sure to check your tablet regularly. Okay, so we've got different types of ships. The port, you could carry out repairs, refuel, and purchase consumables or equipment. You could also switch to another ship in your fleet or buy a new ship. User tab, you'll find any information about your profile and progress. Looks like we are working towards our next level. If you ever get stuck, you can look up explanations and the features under hints.
If you want to work with the other factions, just reach out to them. They've always got something going on.
Okay. So is this... I think that was our first mission right there. We're going to get the 1,800 credits or whatever, and that's probably how they level up. Choose your starter boat. Take on an introductory assignment from one of the factions to find out which jobs and ships you want to start with. The chance to get to know all the factions before making a decision, but don't worry, your choice won't lock you into a faction permanently. So we've got Crescent Port Logistics. We're going to be using a cargo ferry, load, ship, and unload containers. Or Tide Guard, Police, Coast Guard, and Fire Department ensure the safety of service patrols, inspections, and escort jobs. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I really want this, but I feel like we should start small and work our way up. So we're gonna, do we want the tutorial, or let's just choose the starter vessel? Perfect. All right. Hey buddy, Teddy here again. Congrats on passing your training course. There's no stopping you now. Have you given any thought to your next jobs? I could use your help. Container delivery for Crescent Port Logistics. Mull it over. I'll be waiting on your decision. So we're officially a ship captain, baby. Is it going to throw us? Okay, I'm down. I'll be thrown straight into a container ship. I definitely think I'm prepared for that. I definitely think I'm qualified for that. Qualified captain out here.
I'm so glad we're doing this together. The start of my company wouldn't be the same without you as captain. For the time being, we are working together with Crescent Port Logistics as a service provider. But in the long term, I want to operate completely independently, of course. The order today is an important delivery to Crescent Port, directly in front of their headquarters. A baptism of fire, so to speak. I bet they want to check our work in person.
Perfect. So
They have a new CEO,
definitely prepared for
Reuben
this.
Brooks, who got in touch with us personally and even provided us with a crew to make sure everything runs smoothly. Cool, right?
Yeah, it's going to be easy. It's going to be great.
The ferry has already been loaded in record time. All you have to do is get behind the wheel and set off.
It should be easy. No problem. So where are we? Are we in the bridge? Is this appears to be the steering wheel. Sail to Crescent Port. Y'all got maps. We've got radar. I don't see, I think is left maps. No, is up maps. Nope, that's the outside. Bro, what in the world? Okay. I mean, it's just a boat at the end of the day. Welcome to the Leonard Trev. Do we have a map? Okay, we're gonna be going to Crescent Port. I don't even know where that is. We're just hopefully gonna have some stuff on our or whatever. We've got triple pods, bro. Triple pods. 13.2 nautical mile. You don't want me to pull into that spot, do you? I think it just says sail to Crescent Port. Okay. We can do that. This is insane. How do you know where your back end is at when you're up here, bro? This is wild. You've got a decent view, but you've got all these containers and stuff there. So I guess you have all of your crew to help you watch and stuff. And step out here and kind of see down the line there. This is absolutely insane. All right, Trev, let's probably not leave the helm as much as we can. This thing is pretty fast too, so you got to be careful. So we've got I think it's a forward pod and then rear pods, because that forward pod is turning right, the rear pods are turning left, so it's kind of angling the ship, like turning it like that, which is kind of interesting. 13.1 nautical miles over yonder. It's going to keep heading that way. We should be good to go. Going straight northwest, due northwest right now. So we're coming out of here. This is our objective down here. We're gonna have to ride along that coastline, come out of the Gulf of Crackshire, go down here. Beautiful, we can make that happen. Luckily, it's not a very windy day out there today. Doesn't look like we have much chop. Looks like we should be okay to sail straight through. The sea is just as calm as the harbor. We love it when it's a day like that. Back inside, back at the helm here. And I would imagine, are we just gonna like turn out past this lighthouse and then just straight shot it? And then we just gotta make sure that no other vessels are in the, oh, chill, Trev. Okay, you, way overdid that. You're gonna be fine. Straighten her back out. Probably don't want to cut the corner of this too hard. We probably want to go out the center of the channel if we're being honest. Let's not try to cut any corners here. Make sure we stay in the deep stuff.
I see you're leaving Mettington and heading out. We expect you in Crescentport before nightfall, so the cargo can be transferred on schedule.
Sir, yes, sir, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Whatever you need from me, we're gonna get this thing turned. We're gonna be heading straight across. Let me check our map again. Yep, we are gonna have an island in the way. We probably want to aim a little bit left here. Let's aim a little bit left. And we want to skirt past that and come around. I'm going to say waypoint, 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 waypoint. Perfect. We see our waypoints anywhere? Is there any sort of autopilot? We've got them on the mini-map down below. We've got our radar here. This is going to be ship information. The other one at least had a map up front. I mean, I think we're pretty set right here. Do we want to kind of explore the ship a little bit? See what kind of trouble we can get into. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking care of us. Ooh, we can open up this. Hello. Okay. Got like interior crew quarters. This probably isn't the best idea to have the captain down here at this time. Ooh. Not too shabby. Another one over here, little kitchen. This is just so freaking cool, dude. I love this. We go down here. Really hope there's nothing coming up in front of us, but I just want to get a look at our vessel here. Just make sure, kick the tires a little bit, make sure everything's good. It's a pretty small cargo ship, if we're being honest. Can't even see over the edge there, though. Definitely looking forward to dropping some of the bigger ones, but this is an easy one to get our feet wet. It's the Gulf of Cragshire. How you doing, sir? How we looking out there? An absolutely beautiful day to be out here on the water, huh? One of the most beautiful creations on Earth, that's for sure. We can get back in here. Beautiful. Go ahead and shut this door. Keep this AC on.
Something's wrong with the engine. Can you take a look at it?
Are you serious? I thought it sounded a little bit weird. I was just gonna say it sounds like it's. It looks like we've got something going on down the bottom right. Check engine light has come on. I'm gonna try to get us lined up. We aren't turning at all. Okay. Telling me I'm gonna have to do this myself. I just took a tour of this ship by myself. Check on the engine though. So it's gonna be back here. Is there gonna be some sort of an engine hatch or something? How do we get down to it? All I know is we're gonna be there by nightfall. We're gonna have to go in here. This is probably gonna be down to the engine room. Yeah. We're gonna go down. It is crazy how much space is underneath these things, dude. Holy cow, dude. What in the world is going on? This is amazing. I feel like this could turn into a horror movie really quick, though. Why do all the horror movies always end up doing something down in the underbelly of a ship? Look at the size of this thing. Resources are provided for this job on your own ships. Always stock up. You'll never know when an emergency might hit. Okay. Check the oil. Fill the oil. How do you get it to stop? You just gotta hit it a couple times. Okay, you just gotta hit it with a purpose. Check the air filter. We're gonna change the air filter.
The wear and tear must have gotten pretty bad over the last few years.
Looks like we've got a lot of issues down here, including in here, whatever this is, electrical or something. Check the temperature. Temperature's not looking good. We're running hot here. We're gonna try to fix the other side. Looks like we've got coolant that we're gonna fill up as well. So if you hit it in the green, it just does it faster, I guess? Beautiful. Okay. Just oil, air filter, and coolant. Not a big deal. The engine room indicator turns red. The engine should be inspected. Each engine component has its own inspection point located either directly on the engine or on a nearby screen. If the indicator turns yellow after the check, the component requires repair. A malfunction symbol will appear above the faulty part, and the defect can be fixed directly at the engine. Once the repair is successful, the engine room indicator will turn to green. So that's where we saw all the ones went green. So we're going to be running back to normal. We're going to get back up top. Is there a sprint button? I feel like we should be able to move with a little bit more urgency, but I guess not. We're just tiptoeing through the tulips here. Technically, as captain, we should be able to leave the helm, leave the bridge, and let our crew take care of it, but I don't necessarily trust this crew right now. I mean, look at this. We plotted a course for them, and they are significantly off course here. We're going to go back to full power. We almost ran ashore. We could not be any more off course. We're getting farther away. Thanks, guys. That was actually a pretty nice turn right there. Look at that. Look, you gotta think ahead. You got to get those thruster pods back to forward before you get there. And look at that, literally center of the ship, perfectly matched up. That was clean.
Again? Well, you know what to do.
Bro, you're gonna have me walk all the way back down there again. We made it 2 nautical miles of 10. Literally 2 nautical miles. And this thing is breaking down again. We gotta buy a nicer ship. There's no other option. So it looks like it's possibly a coolant issue. We're gonna check the oil. How much oil do we have to put in this thing? Gonna check the air filter. We're gonna put a new air filter in there. Gonna put some oil on the other side. Get this here. Beautiful. And we're gonna throw some coolant in there as well, just to give it a little bit more. We should probably check the coolant on the other side as well. Check our fuel filter. Change is required on the left and on the right. So it looks like we're gonna be doing that down here, which is just a quick change. 9.9 nautical miles to go. I mean, we left her in full throttle, so hopefully we're still going the right direction. I feel like we should be able to hire an engineer that should be taking care of this, but what do I know? That sun is gonna start going down. We're gonna have to navigate the old-fashioned way. We should probably be keeping an eye on what's in front of us, huh? Make sure there's nothing out there. It looks like, is that just dusk or a storm? We are coming up alongside this island that we were watching out for, so we can cut it in a little bit more, I think. We'll be fine. We got a cinematic. So it might not make us go. I think it's just teaching us about like maintenance and stuff. It might not make us go the whole way. Just chug it along, baby. I was gonna say that would be a couple hours. But it looks like we've got fast travel. That's good. All right. 1.2 nautical miles away, and it looks like we are going to be pulling into port. Can we see? I don't have any like eyes on exactly where we're going, but we're just going to try to pull in there and see what we can do. Look at that moon out there. Absolutely butter of an evening for us. Shouldn't be too bad. I don't necessarily love. It's hard. So I know that's rock over there. I don't know what's. Is this the dock it wants me to pull up to? I literally can't exactly see what's going on over there, so we're just gonna do our best. See, we've got a landmass off to the right over here from our radar, so we're gonna be careful about that. Looks like this is some sort of a canal, potentially. Just gonna bring it in here. We'll keep her full throttle for now, but we'll end up bleeding off a little bit just to be safe. Looks like we've got a big bridge up ahead of us. I don't know if we're gonna be going underneath that thing, but look at this, dude. All the little tires as our bumpers just hanging off the sides. It is really funny how archaic everything is. Like, yeah, we don't want to bump into things. We want to try to protect the hull, so we're just gonna throw some tires slung off the sides. But it works. This is definitely some sort of an entrance to a canal. Looks like we've got some warehouses over here. Welcome to Crescent Port. Leveled up. Anchor watcher, modern sunglasses. Upgraded CB radios and maybe some new ships and stuff. A good ship needs a crew. You can hire specialists on every port to build your own crew. Some larger vessels even need a crew to depart. Do very small tasks for you. Lead your crew to become the best captain of the seas. So I'm gonna hire some people to work on the engineering side of things, so we don't have to go down in that engine room. Oh gosh.
Cursed Kraken, not again!
Macmillan, are you stranded or what's the holdup? You're still not in port, and we've already been waiting longer than expected. The new boss wants to know where his shipment is.
We had 1 or 2 incidents, but it was our first trip. Things will improve in the future, I promise. But yes, we should be picked up here.
This is holding up the whole operation here. It's not going to make a good impression on the boss.
Sorry, the mistake's on us. I'll only have good things to say about you. I also know someone with a tugboat we can use. We'll manage it from here without too much extra cost.
Do you even have a helmsman on board?
Oh yeah, we're good to go.
The best!
So I'm going to be getting off this thing and going to the tugboat to pull us the rest of the way in. That makes sense. This thing is an absolute hunk of junk anyway. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the tug. Feels good to be back. We are back on. This is not the same tug as before. She's red this time around, but we're going to be okay. So let's pull this thing up. Let's see if we can get her hooked up and tow our cargo ship in the rest of the way. Anchor, dock up here. Horn's kind of a nice thing to use there. Let's see. I was going to put some like lights or something on. Outer lights on, signal lights on, inner lights, beautiful. Everything's looking good there. We're gonna pull up to this thing. We're gonna have to get it turned around, cross the messenger line and pick it up, attach it to the tow line, pass the tow line using the winch control, and then we're gonna be able to pull this thing into port. Nothing like a nice little nighttime affair out here in the harbor, just the two of us, enjoying the peace and quiet. Let's see if we can do this flawlessly. So I don't know what protocol would be. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up close to it. I'm gonna get us turned around, and then I'm gonna try to back into it. We could also go around, come up beside it, and back it up. I really don't know what the right answer is, but we're gonna pull these all the way back. We are gonna move, no thrust currently. We're gonna move this left, what is it called, like an azipod or something? We're gonna put that at 180 degrees. And now if we give it a little bit of gas, we should see this thing just straight up turn on a dime. We do still have a little bit of forward momentum. I'm going to give it a little bit more. But because they're going opposite directions, it should just flip us around here. And we definitely don't want to go too much too fast. But it does look like that's going to plan here. All right. If we don't want to give it too much, we'll give it a little bit more. Keep her coming around. And then once we have that back in, we're going to have these both. Ooh, actually, you know what? We didn't want to do that. We want to have both of these backwards now. If we give it a little bit of gas, and we should be able to back it up there. And it's just kind of like backing up a car here. Just gonna move it, give it a little bit more gas. Just got to go nice and slow and steady wins the race here. Slow and steady wins the race. And we should be good to go. Docking is complete. Perfect. Okay, so we got to get out there. Left door is going to be to go to the aft of the ship. I think we're going to be requesting the messenger line from him. He should throw like a small line across. Yep, there she is. Small line is super lightweight, super easy to grab, that sort of thing. Let's go back in first person. We take this. This should be our tow line. The tow line, obviously, we couldn't throw to him because it's a lot more heavy duty. So you attach the messenger line to the tow line, and then he's going to pull that so he can attach the tow line to his ship. It's a much heavier duty situation. That's what we're actually going to end up towing with. The messenger is just kind of like a guide. And then it looks like we're going to be using this thing. We can tighten the rope. Beautiful. You can see that rope starting to tighten up. I like that we've got the little thing down on the bottom right too. And they should tie that to their cleat up front, and now we're going to be able to tow this thing. Tow the client ship to the designated location. Take the helm, set course as usual. Make sure the towing line remains taut at all times. Once your ship has reached the target area, interact with the joystick to release the towing line. Okay. Well, here we go. Probably don't want to just gas it like that. I would imagine that could become a bit of an issue with snapping, but it's fine. Got to remember we've got a lot behind us here. So again, you got to think a couple steps ahead. You got to think about where you're going, not where you're at currently. It's like you're lagging. You know what I mean? Like you got to be putting inputs in before the life catches up to you. And it looks like they were drifting a little bit, but they're doing better now. Definitely pulling us off course to the left here. Now I can't tell. Do we want to go like around to the left, or are we going to the right? Looks like we're going to the left and then left. Okay.
The dispatcher seems a bit tense, but the CEO was actually very nice on the phone. Without him, we wouldn't have gotten this opportunity. I hope he forgives us for things not going completely smoothly.
I mean, I guess it is our equipment. I was going to say they can't really blame us for something breaking down, but they actually probably can. I think that's the right canal. I think this is the left canal. I think we go in here and then take a left over there. We're definitely not going left of that. It is so peaceful out here, dude. Just slowly chugging along, slowly pulling old girl back there. Looks like she's got her engines fired up, so I mean, that's probably running electricity and stuff. She's definitely without power, otherwise we wouldn't have had to call these guys, but definitely very nice to just chill out here. So yeah, we're going to be going straight across through there. Heck of an evening out here, my goodness. Let's see some more of the shipyard off in the distance. We've got the giant bridge there. That's where all the cranes and all the container ships and stuff are. Little storage areas over here. Getting there. This is going to be the longest 0.7 nautical miles of our entire life. Going to be going under the bridge and taking a left. Just slowly cruising here. What a unit this thing is, man. Oh my goodness. The moon off in the distance. All those beautiful stars dot the night sky. This is pretty cool. Gonna announce our arrival. of it. Looks like we're gonna be pulling up to the left right here. Can't really see much, but I'm assuming it's gonna be along the dock, right? If this thing is out of power, they want to unload it and they want to get people looking at it. We're gonna want to try to get as close to the dock as possible. I don't see like the little drop-off point. Like when we pulled up to it and we had to tow, there was like a drop-off point. I don't see that. Fairly close to the wall, but not too close. Make sure she's following directly behind. That's the thing. She's a little bit wider than us, so you aren't gonna be able to cut it too close here, Trev. Probably want to give it a little bit of clearance on the right, because you never really know what she's going to be doing behind you. And we also, I feel like they should have told us where they wanted us to go, and they didn't. So we'll just play it by ear. Just a little bit sketchy. Boat without power, just sliding this close to a wall here. Do we have anything? It's got to pop up eventually, right? We've got to be looking at the right thing, I would imagine. Really threaded the needle on this one, Trev. The problem is we're going to have to slow down eventually, and then you don't really know, because you got to slow down really slow, otherwise that thing is going to keep, you know, pushing into us. So I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Someone's honking at me. Could hear that through the open door there. I'll give him a little hello back. Can we see who that was? Hello? Nobody out there? Was that the people behind us? You guys are still good, right? Haven't ran aground yet? Nope, we're doing a good job. All right, should probably get butts back in seats, Trev. Ooh, we really are getting pretty close to the wall here. We're okay, though. Oh, no, it wants it right there. Okay, my bad. Don't overdo it, though, Trev. Remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast in this situation. You want to get it close to the wall. I think we're going to want to start to slow down a little bit. I mean, they've got their bumpers out, right? So they should be fine. It's going to want us to release the tow line when it's inside of this wall. That tide is going to push us up against it, but it's fine. We can bump around a little bit. This is a boat after all. Okay, as soon as that turns green, does that look good to you guys? I feel like that's pretty good, right? Release the tow line. Is that it? Hey, we got it. Beautiful, and he gave us a little horn afterwards too.
There you go. We made it after all. Now the ship just needs to be unloaded, and our mission will be complete.
All right. Wait, we're doing the unloading? Unlock the twist locks, unlock the lashings, unload the ISO containers. We're gonna start removing these. Bro, what in the world is going on? I'm so confused. Remove these. Remove. I think it wants me to open all these. This is well beyond any knowledge that I have, if I'm being honest. I see we've got certain containers on each side that it wants us. These are the containers we're unloading here, I believe. So we're gonna get all of these open. Open that up. We're at 12 out of 20. Open this up. Open this up. So we're gonna have 5 containers that we're doing here. We're gonna take those off, that's done. And then we've got 6 more of these. So these are twist locks and then lashings. So we're undoing the twist locks and the lashings so that we're gonna be able to use the crane to be able to get them out of here. Swap to container crane. Oh. Whoa, hold on a second. Okay, what are our buttons here? Camera mode, so we can change camera modes. Ooh, okay, so we've got a third person and a first person. Got our radio menu. X and Y is to extend and intrude, and then lift and lower. Grab container with A. Okay. So we're definitely going to be going for this guy. Technically not that guy, we want this guy here. We want this, it's a set of 2, and then there's a set of 3 over on the other side. So we're going to put this down. Bring this back a little bit. Got it. Lift her up. Perfect. Here's container number 1. Where do you want me to put it? Dude, this is sick. Oh, onto a cargo truck. Okay. So we're gonna drop this thing down. You gotta work on your depth perception here for sure. Do I want to get it a little bit further up? Are we gonna do multiple per truck, or is it just straight up 1 per truck? We'll just put 1 down. Beautiful. All right, so she's on there. We're gonna lift this back up. We're gonna go get the next one. That truck's gonna take off. Dude, this is sick. We gotta bring this thing back in. We'll drop this thing down. Try not to hit the other edges. Dude, the fact that this is actually somebody's job is pretty incredible. We're gonna be able to, I don't think we can get that yet. There. Beautiful, got it. Let's pick it up. Looks like we got some, oh, hello, sparks flying, it's fun. You know, it's just somebody's iPhone in there. Maybe there's a Porsche 911 or something, who knows. what's being imported here. We're just gonna drop this guy right on the truck. We are all good to go. Let's extend that in. We're gonna bring this thing, gotta move the whole crane. We've got another 3 over on this side over here. Dude, this is just so freaking cool. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. This over here, I would imagine you probably want to move a little bit slower, Trev, and not have all the swaying. I would imagine the swaying isn't really good for the machinery. But we are all about time is money, baby. We're trying to save some time. Pick this guy up. Gonna get him over, drop him on the truck. Beautiful. Go grab the next one. Dude, that was actually, I came in there hot. I came in like a wrecking ball right there. We're starting to get the hang of this. Already dropping it. Careful not to hit your own support beam, Trev. Be careful. There it is. You should just be able to put that down. Beautiful. All right, not only are we learning how to drive ships, we're also learning how to operate these giant cool crane things. Because that was pretty sick. Another one. Straight money shot, dude. Oh, we missed it though. Dang it. Beautiful, got it. Okay. Ferry has officially been unloaded.
Awesome work. We got it done.
You know, they said they wanted it by morning. We were able to get it done.
We had a delivery schedule before nightfall.
Adriana, don't be so tough on them.
Before nightfall.
But you said
We all just need to get into the groove, right? Great job, Theodore, and your team as well. I'm looking forward to working with you again.
Appreciate you,
Thank
Ruben.
you. I take full responsibility for the delay. We'll be on time next time, I promise.
Make sure to hire an engineer so that
Here's to a great collaboration.
we don't have to worry about fixing the engine all the time. But all in all, pretty good job. Pretty good first mission there. I loved it. Definitely looking forward to more of this. Excited to hop into our little police
That went
enforcer boat.
well enough. Thanks again for being there. It felt just like old times. For me, at least. My offer still stands. The jobs aren't letting up at all, and I could really use you here. We're going to go far, you and me. This is just the beginning.
These cutscenes, their mouths aren't even moving, but I don't care because the gameplay is so good and it actually feels like you're driving a ship. The ocean looks good, the weather looks good, everything looks good. So that's our first little introductory job. We're now on this little center console enforcer thing. Very excited to see what happens next. I'm going to see you guys in our next episode, and we're going to start at the bottom of our career. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.